from Channel 4 San Diego, this is One-on-One with Jane Mitchell.
Trevor Hoffman, marquee player, busy father, relentless workhorse, fierce competitor.
Nice. Got him. I'm going to go at you, strike one, and I'm going to give you everything I got.
We first revealed what made the mysterious, tough-looking Trevor Hoffman tick in 1998, then again in 2005 as he helped the Padres clinch a division title. At the time, he was chasing history. In 2006, he made it, breaking Lee Smith's long-standing all-time saves record. Just another amazing feat by a man whose story about tenacity and class is timeless.
A capacity crowd up and saluting Trevor time.
Trevor time.
Yeah, you could set your watch by it.
It started as an idea from the Padres marketing department in 1998. Play the AC/DC song Hell's Bells to inspire the crowd as Trevor Hoffman is called in to try to save the game the bottom of the ninth.
Trevor Hoffman.
But in 2005, Trevor time is an ingrained and celebrated part of the San Diego Padres vernacular.
It is always the most exciting time of the night.
Not because it's catchy, but because of Trevor Hoffman's consistency. The closer has delivered 9 times out of 10 in save opportunities.
3 straight fastballs. Uno, dos, adios.
Securing a victory for the team with every save.
He got him! Good night, everybody.
When we sat down with him in 1998,
I feel like a psychiatrist. I'm really scared of my job.
he had just returned from his first All-Star game appearance.
Pitcher Trevor Hoffman.
There's like 40 million people in there, and so the reality of where you were at really finally hit.
At 31, number 51 was emerging as one of the best in the game. At 38 years old in 2005,
I think we could probably use a different word as emerging, maybe evolved, and maybe at the time I was evolving, and it's an ongoing process. I think that I'm constantly learning based off of the parameters changing, maybe a little less, a little more velocity on any given day, but the parameters of age and where the team's at, all of these things kind of are factoring in on where I am in my career. So,
but to be the second all-time guy,
I wouldn't have thought about it back in '92 when I made the transition to pitching, and in '98 I would have said, Jane, we don't want to talk about things like that. And as we sit today, I don't think I've allowed myself to look outside the box, in a sense.
Rather, he's always just focused on getting the job done, pitch by pitch.
Got him!
Inning by inning. Milestone after milestone.
I've enjoyed the ride so far, but to sit back and pat yourself on the back is the minute you'll get clipped and the game will humble you and you'll be gone.
Number 400!
His wife Tracy and their 3 boys there in St. Louis to cheer him on.
It was nice to come into the clubhouse on this particular night in St. Louis because to a man they were standing in front of their lockers and applauding as I came in. It was a very humbling moment, and one that you always look forward to get from your peers, that you're doing things the right way.
It's his 425th career save. He takes over second place on the all-time list all by himself.
An amazing accomplishment considering where he was a few seasons ago. In 2002, another stellar year, marking his 350th save.
Save number 36 for Trevor Hoffman.
Even so, he would be tested because he was playing through pain. By the end of that year, what was telling you that something?
My arm was done.
The last game he threw was against the Dodgers.
And that one hit him.
And I thought it was a perfect pitch on the inner third of the plate where everything mentally and mechanically felt like that's where I was putting the ball, and I missed my spot by 1.5 feet. And that's not the way it was supposed to register, and hit him, and I'm in trouble.
A simple arthroscopic surgery on his rotator cuff didn't solve the problem by that December.
And that became frustrating, and that became scary, and a part of out of control that I didn't like, because I'm usually always in control of what I want to do.
Spring training 2003, news of Plan B, a more invasive shoulder surgery requiring months of rehab. Is it hurting?
A little bit, but it's kind of part of the thing you got to go through as well.
Oh.
There's really no guarantees. There's no forecast of where you're going to be at, and a little scary knowing what guys have gone through in the past and how determined you have to be, and how much you really do care about doing this.
He realized he wasn't ready to retire. I still love this game so much that I am going to do whatever it takes to get back into it. He wasn't cranky, he wasn't, like people give you the horror stories about, oh, good luck, for you, not for him. But he was actually very good.
He stayed home when the team traveled, taking advantage of extra in-season family time.
Run on anything. God, you guys are good.
When the team was home, he stayed connected.
Trevor, just not only a role model on the field, off the field, you can't help but improving by being around him.
Still, Hoffman felt a little vulnerable watching Rod Beck having success in the closer role.
Is there going to be a place for me? Where do I stand? I'm almost at the end here. Just worry about your own thing, Trev. Don't worry about the big picture.
Taking it one step at a time, back in the game that September.
I was most appreciative of the minute I towed the rubber and the bullpen mound, that the folks that are always down in the bullpen in Qualcomm started applauding, and then you kind of heard as like a wave, the whole stadium started clapping and appreciating that I was getting ready to go into a ball game. This was the 7th inning, and I don't even know if we were winning. And that was cool. That kind of, all right, this makes sense. And not that I'm back, but it made all the hard work worth getting to that moment. That okay, now we go to the next level. Let's get back to where I've been before.
Welcome back, Trevor Hoffman. A perfect 7th inning, 1, 2, 3.
Shoe boxes with pictures, a shelf with a few trophies. That might work for some, but considering his career, Trevor Hoffman needs a little bigger setup. We begin inside his home's west wing and the billiard room.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't think I collected very much stuff over the amount of time I've played, but there's been some significant pieces and pieces that kind of paint the picture over time.
Over time,
it's a neat story.
Beating the odds from the beginning. At 6 weeks old, Trevor William Hoffman had a defective kidney removed. Small for his age and always the underdog, he strived to be like his 2 older brothers, Greg, who'd become a high school coach and teacher, and Glenn, a major league infielder and coach.
Kind of completes me in a sense that the history of where I've come from, even as a little rugrat, the age my guys are right now, what that kind of means, and how that made me in a sense.
Trevor values his parents' influence.
Favorite article about Dad, just kind of talking about the first closer of the family. And
his late father, Ed, a Marine, became a singer and married his mother, Mickey, a British ballerina. They raised their 3 boys in Anaheim. Ed, a postal worker, sang the national anthem at Little League and Angels games. He wouldn't allow Trevor to pitch after Little League to protect his arm, so Trevor played infield at Savannah High School, Cypress College, and at the University of Arizona.
These guys are important here just because they're Wildcat Hustle Awards. They give them out to the kid in fall baseball that basically showed a little bit more effort than the others, so that's important to me. And then the Hank Lieber Award. He's a leading batter on my college team.
The Cincinnati Reds drafted him as a shortstop, but when he couldn't make the transition from an aluminum to a wood bat, instead of releasing him, they tried him as a pitcher. His ability and mindset, including eating bugs to create a scary mystique, set the stage for big league success.
Got him!
Alongside him, since meeting in the minors, his wife Tracy.
Allows me to be me, and it's huge. To be able to go to the yard every day with that comfort is priceless. And so, to take all these different areas and factors in, It's a pretty good gig. It's been a lot of fun. That's where it all started right here, though. This is the first save in Kenosha, Wisconsin. 4/22/91, first save ever, minor league ball. Those were the spikes that I was wearing, the glove I used.
His immense popularity among Padres fans is a far cry from when he first arrived in San Diego in 1993, part of a 5-player deal sending fan favorite Gary Sheffield to Florida.
I understood that there was a lot of work to do, and not only from the fans accepting me, but I had to earn their respect.
He did, becoming an integral part of the team's march toward the playoffs by '96.
The pictures are really the story. I mean, when we clinched '96 and all the pitching staff on the mound there. The '98 ball club was like, we're stacked. We got some horses in the stable. As you can see, the hat there has been a little more weathered than others. This is when we really only wore one hat throughout.
Put one on at spring training, right?
Put one on in spring training and let it ride. That one's kind of nasty. It went through a couple celebrations. Yeah! It was a good run. We just ran into another ball club that was equally as talented and got ahead early and made it difficult for us to come back.
Keepsakes aren't just from obvious big moments and milestones. With the joy and diligence of a kid, Trevor Hoffman has been collecting a ball from every game he's saved.
Really from probably 95 on, I've been able to keep the ball from the end of the game. And if it's a guy's first win, he definitely gets the ball, or a milestone for somebody else, I'll get a game ball from that game and just say first ball went to so-and-so. And this is cool too, because it can pull out and you can kind of expose them all.
Wow. Do you remember when you look at these, do you have that vivid of a memory?
No, that's why I've kind of started writing on more of them now, of like a diary, what's going on. It'll take you back to that moment. It's like date, number of what it was, 9-6 in LA, and it was when my nephew was the bat boy of the game.
Wow.
And I remember him in uniform, and the first ball went to him.
Ties Raleigh, breaks Raleigh.
You remember certain things if you write them down, and I obviously hadn't done that because I didn't think I would have this many, but it would have painted a better picture.
And how about in these drawers here?
These are the ones past 300.
Wow.
Wilson gave me a glove to commemorate the date and when I got 300. It makes a statement. It's kind of cool. It's a clean display, and you can see it when you walk in. Not that I'm looking to honk my horn, but it just kind of looks cool. It's kind of neat for the house, and it's not where it's spread out throughout the house. Trace let me have this little area, the big hallway. Go and relive your glory days, Trev. Have me back in here, and I'll have Channel 4 Padres going, and all the one-on-ones up on the TV one day. And I'll just be back here, just pretending I'm still playing.
He hopes that pretending isn't for a few more years. Yet, when it's all said and done, some are already referring to him as a future Hall of Famer.
But I feel very uncomfortable talking about things like that because it's something that is very hard to attain.
Trevor Hoffman is chasing Lee Smith's 478 saves, and Smith is not in Cooperstown. Only 3 closers are, including Dennis Eckersley. And during induction weekend 2005, the Oakland A's legend was asked on ESPN if more closers belong there.
And there's going to be more to come, whether it's Trevor Hoffman, John Franco, it goes on and on.
Thanks, Zach. You know what? That's fantastic, and it kind of gives me chills thinking about a guy like him to even think about mentioning my name, because not for all that stands for, but I watched Eck go to work, and I watched how hard he worked at being as good as he could be, and I think he's partly what confirmed the way I wanted to go about my business in the game. He solidified that. He basically, by the way he would be out there every day running and getting his sprint work in and doing the things that he needed to do to prepare himself for 7 hours later, all right, I'm on the right track.
On the right track with a routine that now requires a different focus. That's next on One-on-One, plus a new dimension to the Hoffman family life beyond baseball.
Get ready to hear some bells. We go to the ninth, 1-0 San Diego.
Trevor Hoffman likes pressure, but opening day 2004, back from shoulder surgery, was a lot to handle.
You're aware of the situation. I mean, that throws knots in your stomach. To not have pitched for a whole year, get that little month in, and then come back on opening day in a 1-0 ball game in a brand new stadium and everybody jacked, and it couldn't have been any worse. You visualize the best situation, you also are seeing the worst situation, you're just going, it's happening.
And the Giants lead it 2-1.
Nothing you can do about it. You just kind of pick your bootstraps up, tighten them up, and let's go.
He's undaunted by a bad inning, a rare blown save. Teflon by nature, he's tough due to discipline and plain hard work. Through the years, it's a visual that's distinctly Trevor Hoffman, on the road or at home. He arrives early to stretch, run, and prepare for the game. By the fifth inning, he heads to the clubhouse, watching the game on TV as he shines his shoes, soaks in the whirlpool, works with the trainers. His routine
is much more calculated on how the game's going and where I'm at in the sixth inning, going through my stuff.
Because unlike Qualcomm Stadium, Petco Park doesn't have a back route to the bullpen. He can only get there by crossing the field with players during a half inning.
And at times I get rushed, where before I never had to rush through anything because I knew I could always make it up going the back way because I was going to get there.
He gets there, always prepared. Trevor Hoffman sets a great example, not only for his peers and fans, but for his three boys, Brody, Quinn, and Wyatt, a fixture with their mother Tracy, watching from behind home plate.
You guys never lose each other, do you? Because you're always wearing the same outfit.
Yeah, not all the time though.
How are you lucky?
Because our dad plays for the Padres and he's famous and he lets us go on the field.
What do you think about your mom?
She's a really good baseball player.
What do you like about your brothers?
They love me and they play with me.
They have grown up in baseball and in the Padres family. As their boys have grown, as well as Hoffman's big league salary, Trevor and Tracy have gone from a house in Texas to a modest house in North County with crayon on the wall for art, to a spacious custom home with new art by their boys, a wall of family photos, a workout room, and reflections of their faith.
I'm a very blessed man, I think that God plays a role in our family and played a role in me being healthy. And I'm very thankful for the many blessings that I do have.
That's what we work for. I mean, that's who we are. It's an important part of our life. Our life would be incomplete without it.
For parenting guidance, the Hoffmans also look to a book by legendary basketball coach John Wooden. It's called Inch and Miles.
Here's the gist of the whole book. You'll meet special friends who are good teachers too. Each one has a message especially for you. To learn how to try 100%. Just ask them for clues. You'll be glad that you went.
This is a tough game, and a lot of marriages don't last.
And I'm able to focus on doing my thing that everybody watches on TV and really associates me with and defines me, but she's the rock behind our group.
Loyalty. I wag my tail when you're feeling bad. I'll cheer you up if you're kind of sad. I'm honest and fair, and my word is true. When others run out, I'll be there for you.
Family and her husband's career have always come first for Tracy. But now she's in business at a Carmel Mountain Ranch shopping center with a boutique.
I gear it towards moms, a lot of jeans and t-shirts and fun things.
And
Go girl, come on, you can do it!
rock and tumble.
Couple more!
Teaching tumbling and values from their favorite book, with its pyramid of success, inspiring children to do their personal best.
Because one may be able to do a round off back handspring, but the other child may just be doing a somersault. Well, that's just as important, because this child accomplished something that they thought they couldn't do.
Her partner Mary has run gyms before, and Tracy was a realtor and Buffalo Bills cheerleader when she met Trevor. But this venture is about more than making a business work.
All right, way to go, girl. You know, it's kind of nice that my kids think mom's job is pretty cool too. So, you know, for so long it's always about dad's job.
She isn't just Mrs. Hoffman.
Good job!
She's got it going on. She's got a lot of character, and she just is such a loving person and takes care of everybody around her. And it's nice that she's kind of had an opportunity to do something for herself.
Enthusiasm. The energy and pep you show will rub off on those you know. Don't make excuses, complain, or whine. Enjoy your work and success you'll find. That's what I'm talking about.
Community service includes bringing kidney kids to the field,
That hat a little bit too big for you, isn't it?
supporting the military and their families in honor of their fathers, both veterans,
And keep this pinky sideways on the ball, not down or not up.
and putting on a tux.
Trevor Hoffman.
For Cox Presents a salute to teachers.
That was awesome. I mean, talk about energy. People rooting and tooting for their teachers.
For his efforts, Trevor Hoffman has received team awards and in 2005, national recognition in Seattle with the Hutch Award for honor, courage, and dedication to baseball on and off the field.
It's something that I learned from my mom and dad about being active in your community, and I hope that's something in time I can pass to my kids and let them understand that this isn't normal. You know, there's a lot of families out there that aren't as blessed as we are, and they need to understand that through hard work things can happen, and through charitable efforts you realize how lucky you are.
He's passionate about a lot of things. Take the issue of steroids.
They're bad, they're cheating, they're wrong. I don't think you can get much more poignant than that.
With his matter-of-fact attitude and experience, he embraces leadership.
Ever since Tony, retired, he's kind of taken over. This guy's Mr. San Diego in the clubhouse.
I've learned a lot from him, just not just the way he goes out there on the field, but just his preparation and everything that he does before he even gets out on the mound.
It's been unconditional love from everybody here.
The save to Hoffman is 42nd.
And on September 28th, with an 8-run lead over the Giants, he's invited to the mound to close the game.
The Padres are Western Division champs in 2005.
There's 6 or 7 guys down there that could have had that opportunity. They pitched well enough all year long to have that honor, and truly privileged to have that honor myself, to wear this uniform and to get that done.
I'm so proud of him I could bust.
Now he has a few more baseballs to add to his collection.
And everyone in the ballpark will turn their attention to the center field gate that will swing open, and take a listen.
On his way to helping the Padres clinch the division 2 years in a row, it happened. September 24th, 2006.
Backhanded by the shortstop, Blum got a hurry, got him! Yes! 479! Trevor Hoffman has become the all-time saves leader in Major League Baseball history, and they're all chasing him.
You people deserve to have it. My teammates deserve to be a part of this at home. It's something tremendous for the city of San Diego.
479 career saves, the all-time saves leader in Major League Baseball history. He's got his family. It was a touching moment. And it is a big day in the life of that man and his family.
As the saying goes, the only thing constant is change. Trevor Hoffman's story also underscores how there's a lot to be said for consistency with one's work ethic, passion, and core values, a combination that undoubtedly equates to Trevor time. I'm Jane Mitchell. Thank you for watching One on One.
Stay with Channel 4 San Diego for more exciting, unique local programming. Channel 4 San Diego, only on cable television, not available on satellites.